Hey everyone, Mike here, Rusty Garage and Homestead. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, howdy and welcome. If you're old here, howdy and welcome. So a little while back, I mentioned in a video that my rim guard was leaking occasionally on the TYM 2515H. And it was kind of sporadic. Just occasionally you'd see a wet line around the bead and see a wet line coming down the tire. But I'll throw up on screen what it currently looks like today. This is just the left side. The right side's not doing it. I have seen the right side do it before, but we're going to check both of them. I had a viewer reach out in the comment section of that video, and he told me that his tractor was doing the same thing. And he contacted his dealer, and his dealer told him to increase the tire pressure on it, and that was fairly common for those to seep some. So he said he increased the tire pressure by 5 psi. That slowed it down quite a bit. Then he increased it by another 5 psi, and it has stopped. So today we're going to check the tire pressure on Tiny and see what it is at currently and what the tire manufacturer recommends for maximum pressure, and we're going to increase it and see if we can't get this to stop. So I will keep you updated in future videos just to see if this did fix it or if it didn't. But I would prefer for the rim guard to stop leaking out because that stuff is quite expensive. So let's get Tiny pulled over by the shop. We're going to want to make sure, since the tires are loaded with rim guard, that the valve stems are in the 12 o'clock position, and then we'll check the tire pressure on what's actually in them. Okay, now again, you want to make sure that your valve stem's at the 12 o'clock position when you're adding air or checking the tire pressure. Okay, you can see we're down at the 6 o'clock position, so I'm going to back this thing up so we can get it pointed up towards the top. All right, you can see we're pretty much right at 12 o'clock. So let me go get a tire pressure gauge and stretch the air hose out here, and we'll look on this tire and see what the maximum pressure is. Okay, it does say on the tire, maximum 25 mile an hour, 4,080 pound is what they're rated for at 30 psi. Okay, and you can see it says never exceed 35 psi when seating beads. So looks like 30 pounds is what we're going to be shooting for on this. Okay. See what they're at. This one, double check it. So we're right at 20 psi on this tire, so we can definitely use some in it. I'm gonna go ahead and take it to 30, and hopefully that'll make this stop. Right at 30, so let's call that good. 10 psi can make quite a bit of difference, so I'd rather run these up on the upper end anyways. Let's check the other one, see what it's at. Okay, so we are going to have to drive this thing forward to move it forward, but you can see a little wet line there, and right around that bead on the right hand side is wet. This one does need some too, and hopefully this fixes it. Okay, let's see what the right hand side's at. Now the front tires aren't loaded or anything, and they've been okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and check them too while we're here. That dude is tight. Okay, really don't like putting pliers on those, but I guess we're gonna have to. Okay, I've got some homemade soft jaws. Try to use those so we don't tear anything up. Ooh. Let's want to unscrew the whole thing. That's not what we want. Okay, I'll get 2 pliers on that. Okay, let's try this again. No clue why this stuff's so tight. It's a valve stem. There's no sense in it being real tight. Okay, got it loose. Kind of some corrosion looking stuff on that brass. Guess it's gonna get some anti-seize. All right, let's check the tire pressure. See what it's at. Maybe 21. Nope. It's not registering. Okay. It's gonna need some air. This stuff costs way too much money to just let it leak out on the ground. So hopefully this fixes it. I wasn't getting no readings on this tire pressure gauge. I did try to clean it out. I know I've shot some residual rim guard up in there, and that stuff's pretty tacky. So I got another one because that one's still not registering anything, and I figured it should by now. So I got another one we're going to try. That one did put us right at 31. So this one, oh, still not registering anything. Okay, we'll end up probably taking this thing apart and see if we can clean it out and free anything up. So I'm gonna put some anti-seize on that. First, gonna make sure this is tight since it was kind of wanting to spin on us. I'm trying not to mess up any of the brass. Okay, got just a little bit on it. Okay, that's more than plenty. Hopefully we don't run into this issue again. Okay, well, we'll see if this is a fix for us or not. Okay, up here on the front tire, just so you know, the maximum PSI on the front tire is 32 PSI. So I'm gonna go ahead and check both of these and then I'll be done. And also, told you I'd give you all an update about this cup holder. This thing has made it to Joe's and back on the highway. Hasn't moved. Does pretty good. All right, everyone. I know this video is kind of short and sweet. Hopefully this fixes it. We'll know here in a few days, maybe another week. One of the next videos that comes out, we'll do an update and just see if it has stopped or if it's still seeping any. But both tires are roughly 10 pounds less than what the manufacturer's recommended max pressure rating is. So hopefully this does help. So everyone, if you enjoyed the video, give the video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks.